Hello guys. Um, I'm just wanted to share my experience about longneck Karen. I've been putting off writing about our experience in the tribal village outside of the Chiang because I am so turned about how I feel about the experience. During the late 80s and early 90s, many tribal communities fled Myanmar to Thailand to escape persecution and civil war. The most popular and politicized group is the longneck Karen tribe, also known by Kayan lhawi or Padaung, as they call themselves. The women in this tribe wear brass rings stuck around their necks, and it's considered a symbol of beauty in their culture. Their origin trace back to central China, and it is believed they emigrated to Myanmar in 1000 AD. As mentioned, many fled Myanmar to Thailand in the late 80s, though much of the tribe remains in Myanmar. When the girls as young as 5, they start wearing the brass rings around their necks. As they age, the coil is replaced by a longer one, and more thorns are added, making the neck look elongated and stretched. Hence the name long neck. So, yun nga po yung nasa liig nila. The rings are heavy and cause bruising around the collarbone and neck, but this does not deter the woman from wearing them. The neck itself does not stretch. Instead, the collarbone and rib cage is weakened, collapsing down under the weight of the 10-pound coils. When the women become young adults, they are given the option to continue wearing the rings, or they have them removed. Most choose to keep them on. It is a bit tough to walk around and see younger girls with these rings around their necks. But this is their culture and heritage. I am there to learn and not to pass judgment. As interest in seeing these tribeswomen increase, smaller tourist or villages were created where you could quickly come and see these hill tribes or other tribes include Lahu, Kayao, or Yao in their traditional dress and buy souvenirs to support them. Please guys, support our friends from Myanmar. From the information I gathered, the Thai government typically retains the entrance fee, and they provide stipend to those working in these villages. On the top of the stipend, any money they make off selling souvenirs is to the tribes to keep themselves. In 2008, the United Nations caused a stir when they equated visiting these villages in northern Thailand to visiting human zoos. Since then, many people have begun boycotting based on these remarks. It was stated that some of the villagers were trying to obtain exit visas from Thailand to move to New Zealand, and a group of 20 Kayans were refused exit. The UN said it was because the Thai government was profiting too much off in the tourist sector to let them leave. The boycotters thought not going to these villages would force the Thai government to grant the tribes people citizenship. Instead, It hurt the only way the tribe people make a decent living. In 2018, the short film by documentary filmmaker Marco, a member of the Kayan tribe, Mote, invites people to come visit and experience their way of life. So, though their children have yet to be granted citizenship, she says returning to Myanmar is far worse for them as they no longer have land or means to make a living. So, it helps preserve their way of life. So, as we paid entered the union of hill tribe villages, the thoughts from above were cycling thought my mind. They are way now to join tours where you hike deep into the woods to get a more authentic hands-on experience with the tribes, and most of the money from those excursions goes directly into the tribe community. So when we're traveling with our with my boyfriend, so we're not prepared to leave off the grid into the jungle with them yet. So traditional Kayaos believe in three spirits, but the new generation are now Buddhist or Christians. They also have their own written language. So we found welcoming smiles from everyone in the village when we entered. Cheerfully waved to all the villagers, prompting huge smiles that stretch across their faces and waves in return. I happily
Yeah.
handed money for trinkets and give many villagers cash, knowing the funds would directly support them. If you decided to go, I hope you take the time to learn as much as possible about the tribe's people. Learn as much as possible about the tribe's people, support the village members by purchasing small items, and even give them cash tips, especially if you are photographing them. I hope to return one day to take the trek deep into the woods and learn even more about their way of life. Hopefully, Thailand grants these refugees citizenship to allow for better future and access to education for their children. So, yun lang guys. Thank you for your support. God bless everyone.